Yeah.
Start.
Hello, everyone. My name is Navya Jyoti from Computer Science batch 2019. Today, I'm here to present my views on the movie Mustang, which was released in 2015. Here, you can see the movie poster. With an IMDb rating of 7.6, this movie was made by a Turkish French director named Deniz Gamze, and the cast is also mentioned here. Now let's talk about the storyline. So this movie is set in a small village of Turkey. This tale is about five beautiful and charming orphan young sisters who are imprisoned in their own homes. They are forbidden from having any interaction with the outside world, specifically boys, by their controlling and conservative family members. That is their uncle and their grandmother. When these sisters are seen playing on the beach, they are forbidden from going out and forced to learn how to be good housewives. The girls are first beaten for their attitude, are removed from school and taught how to cook and sew. Both of the elder sisters are married off, and the next in line for marriage is Eve. It's revealed that her uncle is sexually abusing her at night. We can see that she starts behaving differently. One day after lunch, she shoots herself and dies. Now it is just the two younger sisters, Noor and Yalail, at home. It becomes evident that their grandmother also knows about it, and she says that now it is the time for her to be married off. Now, then, on the night of Noor's forced marriage, Lail convinces her to resist. After a lot of struggle, the girls are seen to manage to run off, and they take a bus to the city, Istanbul. Some of the human rights issues which were seen in the movie were education rights. The girls were forbidden from going to school and getting an education. This issue is still prevalent in many parts of the world, where some children are forced to do work or to handle household chores, other than focus on their studies. Gender-based violence and, and domestic violence. Throughout the movie, there are a lot of violence against the sisters. Sexual abuse and harassment. Two of the sisters are sexually abused by their uncle, and no one helped them. This this happens in our society a lot, and no one gets to knows about it. They don't have any possibility for justice in the movie here. Right to equality, as the girls are not able to make any decisions for themselves, not regarding marriage, education, or to even watch a football match. Uh, Supremacist and male chauvinist. Men believe that they are superior in terms of ability and intelligence, etc., and women are inferior to them. It is throughout the movie we can see many instances in which these issues are shown. Forced marriages. To know more about this, uh, forced marriages occurs when an individual, regardless of their age, has been forced to marry without consent. According to many reports, around 84% of the victims are girls and women. Enslavement of women can be hidden within the institution of marriage. Forced marriage is not just that; it has a broader meaning of the. It has a more broader meaning. There are some types of forced marriages, like forced marriage of adults, early or child marriage, trafficking for marriage. Several reasons could be like payment of a bride or to settle a dispute or cancellation of debt. Many girls and young women endure forced labor, rape, domestic slavery, and physical and verbal abuse with the inability to leave. In the movie, the girls have to be pure before their wedding. Like one of the sisters have to endure medical checkup just to ensure this. Upon more research, I'd like to tell you guys this example that I found. Um, Women of Afghanistan still have to face discriminatory practice of virginity test. Practices like hymen reconstruction and hymen repair surgeries should be banned everywhere, but still it is seen in the areas of Afghanistan. Moreover, based on their virginity status, they are publicly shamed, imprisoned, and killed for family honor. Relevant articles by UDHER are which is being violated in the movie is Article 2, Article 3, Article 16, Article 19, and Article 26. Moreover, let's take a glimpse of our own country, India. These are some articles for safeguarding women rights in India. Constitution of India has made an attempt to not only talk about the concept of equality, but they have also gone a step ahead to ensure that special provisions can be made and actions taken to deal with discriminatory practices. Like you can see here the articles which are mentioned. And let's head to the to conclude. This movie pulls you through entire range of emotions: joy, love, hate, fear, terror, thrill, excitement. It brought home the brutality with which women have been treated, restricted to domestic lives, and pushed into arranged marriages, which still happens in many parts of our society, especially in rural areas. In the movie, it is shown that the younger two sisters run away from their home. They are not given any justice, but they try to live their life. People became rebel. You must have also noticed that people became rebel if they have numerous restrictions. People need to be more aware of the violence against women and children. Gender equality is a human fight, not a female fight. This should be we all should realize this point. And moreover, till now, we have talked about how women's rights are being violated by different means and how different articles and laws are made to prevent those violations. But there is something that you and me as an individual can do to safeguard rights of our sisters, mother, our friend, wife, etc. There is this basic mantra we all know: prevention is better than cure. So rather than focusing on new laws to punish women rights violation, we should emphasize more on teaching our children to respect opposite gender. We all have seen in our home, in our school, the basic seating arrangements are made on the basis of gender. But I feel this is the very first step from where the problem arises. This practice tends to create a mindset among boys and girls that they are different. I can give many such examples, but which is decaying our system and making it gender insensitive. So let's stop making women feel like that. I would also like to quote that this allowed to work, that they are privileged if any woman gets the opportunity to in the field of education, health, jobs, etc. No, this is the basic human right to live a life with dignity and integrity. Lastly, I'd like to thank you, sir. I just noticed that you said something about acknowledgement in the morning,
Yeah,
but
remove this slide means you can
yeah,
move forward.
yeah, and bibliography. Thank you.
Thank you, Navya, for the nice presentation.
Yeah. So hi all, my name is Vineet Mahajan. I'm from CSC department. So the movie I've chosen is Django Unchained. You can see the theoretical poster of this movie. The IMDb rating of this movie is 8.4, and Rotten Tomatoes critic score is 87%. So these are the credits of this movie. Jamie Foxx played as Django, a former black slave who's now a bounty hunter, with Dr. Schultz, who's played by Christopher Waltz. And we have Leonardo DiCaprio, who played as Calvin Candy, one of the richest businessmen of Mississippi. Then we have Kerry Washington, who played Bromhilda, Django's wife. And we have Samuel L. Jackson, who played as Stephen. So the story starts at Texas of 1858's last quarter. So the story revolves around Django and his quest to find and save his wife Bromhilda from slavery. Seeing Django's determination, Dr. Schultz promises him to help do so after the winter. After a profitable winter from bounty hunting, they found out that Bromhilda was sold to one of the richest businessmen in Mississippi, Calvin Candy. So, Mr. Candy owned many slaves, that even included fighter slaves. He used to bid on their fights and death match. Doctor knew the doctor knew it wouldn't be easy to buy Bromhilda from business-minded Candy, so they schemed a plan to get his attention and make him interested in the offer. Uh, so let's jump straight into human right issues. So throughout the movie, we can see slavery. Django himself was a slave. Then we can also see racism. It's like being a slave wasn't enough. If you're a black, and even if you're not a slave, you were not treated well. Like in one of the scene, when Django was riding a horse, people were staring at him. They were giving him like stabbing looks. Like, why? How can a black man ride a horse? Even one person even said that it is not allowed for a black person to ride a horse in his property. Then we can see dehumanization. So one of the biggest a horrible scene that I see in this movie was that slaves were not considered as humans. They were considered as part of the property. In one of the scene, a slave owner said that this is my slave. I own him. I can do whatever I want, even kill him if I want to. Then we can see torture. Throughout the movie, we can see that slaves are being tortured. Like in one of the scene, a black slave woman drops few eggs, and she's given a horrible punishment. She was tied and was ready to get whipped by the slaver. Then there are some more human right issues that were not that much covered in the movie, but they were still there. Firstly, bounty killing. We can see that bounty killing was a problem. Like uh, people were not given chance to be in a public hearing. The state sets the bounty, and civilians, like anyone, can kill that person on the head of whom the bounty is. Then we can see sexual harassment. It's like being tortured, and being a slave wasn't enough for a black woman. Uh, their owners sexually harassed them, and some were even called comfort slaves. Then they were demanding work without providing enough. Slaves were not provided enough. Like in the prologue scene, we can see that the temperature was under 0 degrees Celsius, but the slaves were walking throughout the day, and they were not even given anything to wear. Then these are the relevant articles. So Article 1, right to equality. Article 2, freedom from discrimination. Article 3, right to life. And you can see like there are some more, 4 and 5. Then we have Article 10, Article 17, and Article 24, and Article 25. I would like to say like Article 10 was also a big problem in that part, because people were not given any chance of public hearing. Then let's jump into conclusion. No human shall be owned. Everyone should be paid with a reasonable amount of money and dignity for their work. Like in the movie, we can clearly see that the slaves were just the objects. Like they, the owners treated them like objects. Like they were not even considered as human beings. Then no one should be dehumanized and considered as a subhuman. Like again, slaves were not really in a good condition. The owners, like they, some owners even said that called them part of their assets. Then race and ethnicity should not be the factor that stops a certain individual to perform something that others do. In the movie, whenever Django spoke out of his turn, people stared at him. Some even threatened him. Like, how can he interrupt a white man? Then criminals should be handled by the law authorities in a lawful manner. As we can see, like there was bounty hunting was a big thing. Like it paid a lot of money, so people used to practice that, and which was a big problem at that time. No one should be subjected to any kind of torture. And once again, like torture was really one of the biggest problem after slavery. The slaves were not treated well, and even in some of the scenes when Django found his bounty, so what he did that he whipped that person and then he killed him. That was really a horrible scene. Then we have sexual harassment. Like in one of the scene, one of the slave women was stripped, and just for the sake of entertainment. Like it's like, how can a person do this? Then oppression should never be avenged violently. So in the last scene, we can see that Django destroyed the Candyland. That was the home of Calvin Candy. So not only Calvin Candy was killed, but also his sister, who was innocent. An eye for an eye will leave the whole world behind. That's a well-known quote. The sign of operation need to be recognized and dealt with immediately by governments of the world. So around the world, people are being oppressed. The governments need to interfere and do something about this. There are still countries where people are enslaved and sent to other countries to work, and some countries even have people who sign some slave contracts. Like, they may be celebrities in front of people, but in reality, their condition is not really good. So these are some quotes that I made. A bomb is ticking in front of you. Either you defuse it or everyone dies. It's on you if anyone die. And one more, people are amazing. Spread the word of love and equality and live together in brotherhood. Then there are three honorable scenes in this movie that I would like to mention. Firstly, there is bibliography. So these are some of the sources which I took help from. Then some honorable scenes. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Vineet, for a very beautiful presentation, I must say. Not only beautiful because you made the slides beautiful, and especially with pink, but it was amazing to hear such a, I will say, balanced presentation, because these are certain things which people should come out with when they are presenting. And